Hello everyone and welcome to today's webinar, Advanced AdWords for e-commerce retailers. We have a VIP attendee list. We have some of the world's biggest e-commerce stores and some of the most effective search agencies out there. Thank you all for coming. My name is Sergio Mendoza. I'm a product manager at Merchant Advantage, and I'm going to be walking you through today just great tips and kind of what we've learned managing hundreds of thousands of product specific ads using Google AdWords and working with e-commerce retailers. This is not what we're going to do today. Generic advertising, you all have it in your campaigns, you all have it in your AdWords portfolios. It might not be kind of a brand campaign. It's one step down. It's category-based advertising. This example that I took straight from the from real live search queries, Patagonia jacket. It's a little bit specific. The user gets a nice generic ad, Patagonia jacket, save on Patagonia apparel, free shipping on qualified orders. It's nice. There's a display URL with the brand in there. We all understand the character of these this type of advertising. We get lots of impressions. There's a lot of competition. We have a high cost per click, a low click-through rate, relatively low click-through rates, relatively low conversion rate, and the truth of the matter is that this is the type of advertising that has helped make Google billions. What we're going to talk about today is about taking it down to the product level. This is something that's common sense to all of you. As e-commerce merchants, we're selling products. When people are looking to buy, they're looking to buy specific products. When a searcher puts in a product-specific search query like this one, Patagonia Chinchilla Snap Tea Fleece, we want to reward them with ad copy specific to that product and to have a destination URL that is the product page. This type of advertising is not only what we want, this is what the user wants. This is at a much later stage in the buying process. This is somebody that's ready to make a purchase. We have higher click-through rates, we have higher conversions, we have lower cost per click because there's less competition. This is common sense. This is what we all want to do. The problem is that we haven't done it, and we haven't done it to the level that we want to. The truth of the matter is that if we have a handful of products, just by advertising our products the same way that we advertise the rest of, and the way that we manage the rest of our AdWords, ad groups, and campaigns, we'd be fine. But we don't. We know we have hundreds of products, we have thousands of products, we have tens of thousands of products. And it's overwhelming, especially not just if you have a lot of products, but if that product data is changing at all. And what I'm going to try to navigate you guys through today is to really guide you through what we've learned with managing these hundreds of thousands of product ads, and to create kind of the systems that help you deal with this complexity. Which is inherent in the scale and the volume here. It's a different world. It's a world that you might know as a long tail world of single-digit daily impressions, but you're rewarded with high click-through rates, high conversions, and knowing that this is really the best way to advertise your product. With this complexity, we want to start at the very top. We want to start at the campaigns, and we want to optimize them for quality score. We're working at such high volumes that we really want to have a great organizational structure that helps us get the benefit of a good quality score by Google rewarding us with higher positions, lower cost per click. I don't know if any of you guys have read the book. You probably have, Google AdWords Quality Score and High Resolution by Craig Dunlop. It's an amazing compendium of all the public information that Google has presented on how quality scores evaluated, and he actually did extensive interviews with Google as well. When it comes down to a quality score is really about click-through rate, and what I encourage you to do with your campaigns is to manage them, to optimize, to maximize and minimize the effects of click-through rate on quality score. So we start with a campaign level quality score. I encourage you to segment your campaigns in a way that the campaigns that will have high click-through rates, that will have great quality scores, that you separate them out so that Google can reward you at the campaign level with good quality scores. The same thing is true for those campaigns that you know will have poor click-through rates and you know that they'll have relatively weak quality scores. Separate those out as well so that when you aren't penalizing your other campaigns with these this low quality score. This is one of the campaign structures that we really like. It's become almost the kind of the gold standard. We're taking a set of products that we might have, on sale products, and we're separating out into at least 3 campaigns. And we're doing that, we're segmenting by match type of the keywords. That goes kind of forward with our experience that, in general, exact match keywords that are rewarded with that have great ad copy get higher click-through rates. So we're separating those out and really getting the benefit of the exact match click-through rate and quality scores, and really separating it out from the broad match as well. We're putting phrase match in the middle. And one of the things that we've used extensively and we really like, and we've seen people that this is really becoming the standard right now, is to have to use negative keywords of an opposing match type to really make sure that the keywords within a campaign are selecting for the correct match type. So if you look at campaign number 2, which is all phrase match keywords, we want to use exact match, the same keywords as in the exact match negative keyword form. That way, if a searcher uses one of our keywords in exact match, the campaign that picks it up, the ad that's going to be shown, is going to be the one from campaign number 1, not campaign number 2. And we extend that to the broad match keyword campaign number 3, where we use the exact match and the phrase match negative keyword. Once level down, ad groups. As all of you know, we have unique names for each ad group. I encourage you to make them useful. We like using a unique product identifier, product SKU, in the ad group name. It makes them very easy to find, to do analytics for them, and it helps make them unique. The other thing I encourage you to do is when you are creating ad groups at scale for lots of products, it's a different world. You really need to manage your data well. And to have a cue or have a reminder of how you went about creating that specific ad group is a great thing to add to the ad group name as well. When you're dealing with lots of ad groups, lots of products, one of the questions that you will need to ask yourself is a simple one. How are you going to determine what your initial ad group max CPC is going to be? Are you going to use a flat rate? Are you going to use 75 cents a dollar? Or are you going to use a formula? Are you going to use the product price divided by, say, 100, or something that's more based on margins? Product price minus cost divided by 20. This example, we happen to like it. It gives you 20 clicks before you're really losing any money, with a which translates to a 0.5% conversion rate before you're in the red. You're going to have higher conversion rates when you're doing this type of advertising. So you should really expect to shoot high there. Which keywords should you use? This is one of the big questions asked with this type of product advertising with AdWords, is where do you get your keywords from? I encourage all of you to use at the very minimum the product name on your website. It's necessary. Everybody's doing shopping. Everybody's shopping around. They're copying and pasting the product name from your website. What better opportunity to show up high on an AdWords ad when people do put that into a Google search? Use your competitors' product names. Mine their website with the product names that they use, so that when people do the same price comparison searches, your ads show up, and they go from your competitor's website to yours. And any sort of standardized names in the industry, maybe ones that are provided by the manufacturer or through the distributors. These are searches that are going to be more widely used by competitors and different stores and everybody else out there. So they're a great way to get some good keywords. In general, what you want, we're talking about keywords that usually have 3 or 4 words, 2, 3, 4 words. They fall into kind of the long tail paradigm. and you really want them to be specific to each keyword. The mental exercise that I like using is, what are the fewest words that we can use to describe a single product exclusively? If that's a funny color, maybe it's, smoky cow is a color. Smoky cow might be the only search query results for the term smoky cow might be for a specific product. So that could be a great product-specific keyword, even though it doesn't necessarily even have the product name in it. And as always, be ready to use not just kind of formal names or official names, but nicknames to make sure that since we're working with 3 or 4 words, you still want to keep the search query, the keywords that you use, relatively short in length, and the searchers will do the same. The good news is that with product-specific advertising, you really have you can be less creative than you've ever been with keywords, and you can really kind of take advantage of the structure in creating product keywords. You can take your product name, and there's the name might be brand, model, variation, color, and break it up into the component parts, and then systematically at scale mix and match these different component parts to create hundreds of keywords and hundreds of great product-specific keywords. This might seem like it's spreadsheet hell, just a ton of work. This is something that is completely accessible, and our tool with Merchant Advantage actually does an amazing job at helping you create these great product-specific keywords. I told you that I'm walking you through a world that's probably unfamiliar to most of you, and one of the things that you need to do when you're in this world is really kind of question some of your fundamental kind of principles within AdWords. Question dogma. We're dealing with single-digit impressions a day. We're dealing with tons of what people would consider long-tail keywords. What about broad match? What we found is that when you do have these product-specific keywords that are 3 words in length and specific to a product, the truth of the matter is that we found that Google does a relatively good job matching your keyword to relevant searches. The crap that comes along with broad match and generic advertising isn't really there. At the very least, I encourage you to check it out. Create a separate campaign. That broad match will probably have lower click-through rates and lower quality scores. Create a separate campaign for your broad match. See if it works for your product type, and at the very minimum, use it to mine your search query report to expand your keywords for your phrase and exact match campaign. When you're doing these things at scale, when you're creating hundreds of product ads, it pays to have a system in place. This is a template, a standard template that we use that works really, really well. Essentially, it's a combination of kind of keyword stuffing in the headline and the display URL. We like using the manufacturer name. We like using, the words that are probably going to be in our keywords. We like dedicating one of our description lines to a great piece, a great descriptive name of that single product. A nice 35-character product name, and we're in love with product pricing in the description. In this example, it's a regular price, a sale price, and free shipping. It really works. The way that you do the product pricing, many of you will be familiar with this. A lot of you won't be. One of the gifts that Google has given product-specific advertisers is param 1 and param 2. Param 1 and param 2, you can see by their squiggly lines, they're part of the Google syntax. Google will replace what you put into the param 1 field and the param 2 field with the value that you feed to it. Very similar to dynamic keyword insertion. Param 1 and param 2 allow you to dynamically update as often as you'd like numerical values within the ad copy. So what Google has said is that if you change numbers in our ads, it's okay if you use param 1 and param 2. The benefits of this, to many of you are obvious. It won't delete this ad You'll be able to change your ad copy so that it you'll be able to change your ad copy so that without losing quality score and without losing the ad history. And very importantly, keeping your ads in sync with your web store. You can use them. We like using them for price. You can use them for price, for sale price, percent discount, quantity remaining, days left in a promotion. You really have a lot of versatility here. Param 1 and Param 2, including price in the product ad, also helps differentiate your ads from others. We don't just want generic ads. We want our ads to look differently. We want them to stand out so that people click on them. In a sense, they also act as a negative keyword. When a searcher doesn't like the price, they're not going to click on your ad, and you're going to save giving that cost per click to Google. With Param 1 and Param 2, you really need it to be in sync. Not only Google, but the users will penalize you if your ad copy is not in sync or representative of your website. And this might sound tremendously complex. You update prices all the time. It's available through the Google API, so you are going to need to use a tool like ours to do it. Ours happens to update your pricing twice a day to keep it in sync with your product data. So you will need a tool for Param 1 and Param 2 like ours. Other question is, which product should we advertise? We have 10,000 products. Which one should we start with? If we're going to go for all 10,000 right away, what do we start with? I encourage everybody to start with the low-hanging fruit. AdWords, as we all know, is expensive. So start off with the products that are more likely to have a great ROI. Concentrate on those high-priced, high-margin items, and use that as a starting point. But I think that the most amazing part of this approach to kind of product advertising is that when you advertise your entire product catalog, you're going to find hidden treasure in it. You're going to find products that you didn't expect to sell so effectively on the web. You're going to see people coming to product pages on your website that you've never seen traffic on before. And you're going to be able to get some great ROI there. AdWords is competitive. The web's competitive. Advertise those products that you have a competitive advantage with. The ones that you have promotion, delivery, price. Really, put your stuff out there when you do have an advantage. And use it as another sales channel to get rid of the stock that you don't want. Overstock, last season's inventory clearance. Use it to get rid of a product that you want. Use it as an additional marketing channel to accelerate the sales of the product that you want to get rid of. And we started off with talking about generic advertising and these category-based campaigns and ad groups, and we introduced the concept of product-specific advertising, which is just common sense. I encourage you to go even deeper than that. It's not enough to have one ad group for each product. You really need to be able to advertise your products as they are on your web store. Generic advertising for the one product ad for the product is just as fatal as generic advertising is. If a product is on sale, say so in the ad copy. Include the price in the ad copy. Include the percent discount. Treat that ad group differently. With sale price items, you might expect better click-through rates. You might want to have a different max CPC on that ad group. So when you're thinking about how to be more specific in advertising your product, think about what kind of categories the individual, what promotions they fall under, and the different kind of subcategories of that product. Cheap next day delivery, free shipping over a certain amount, a free gift. Here's an example. Here's an example that a lot of you have on your websites right now. You have products that are on sale. It's probably 100% of you, and you also have you might have a free shipping promotion. A free shipping promotion for products that are over $100, $75, $40, whatever that price might be. So even with these very simple business kind of rules that are visible on your website, you're essentially dividing some products into 4 different categories. Ones that are on sale and ones that and free shipping. Ones that are on sale and don't have free shipping. Ones that have free shipping but aren't on sale. Ones that are not on sale and don't have free shipping. And the truth of the matter is that if a product price is changing and you have free shipping over $75, and one day the price is $79, and the next day it's $69, your product's going to be shifting through these categories. So it's really important to take that product and really think about kind of the specific ways that you can advertise it. The biggest way that you can do that is in the ad copy. You really want people to take notice of these special things about each product. Here we have, for free shipping and on sale, we have the regular price, we have the sale price, we have a nice free shipping description in there. And we have different ad copy for each one of these 4 categories. I would say that, I bet that almost nobody on this call has this level of precision and specificity for their ads today for their product. And I would also bet that all of you believe that this is probably the best way to do it, and all of you would like it. This is the type of thing that might seem really complex. This is really where our goals should be. It can be very hard. You can do this manually. You can do it. You can really kind of be systematic and do it manually, or you can use a tool like ours to do this type of advertising. So, product-specific ad copy that's at a different level. We're treating this product, especially if it's on sale, if it's free shipping, whatever category it might be in. So, to summarize kind of those 4 categories, we're going to have an ad group for each of the 4 possible states of a product. We're going to have an ad group for when it's on sale, and with free shipping, not on sale with free shipping, all 4 of those categories. You're only going to have 1 active ad group at a time. The other 3 are going to be paused. You can reuse the same keywords for each ad group because only 1 is going to be active at a time. And, the example that I just gave has 4 categories. You might have 2. It might never go. It might never be qualified for free shipping. It might never go on sale. That's fine. Whatever those categories might be. Here's a great way to segment your campaigns for quality score. Sale-priced items with free shipping are probably going to have a higher click-through rate. So you probably want to have a dedicated campaign to that category. And you probably, not only will Google treat them differently, but you'll probably also want to treat them differently. So you might want to have different max CPC for each one of these categories as well. We're talking about a kind of a different world, and there's a lot of questions that we see as dogma in the industry. And here's one that people might think of as a category of product. What happens when a product is out of stock? If it's not available on my website, should I pause that ad group? And it's a question that I ask you to revisit. If a product is if one of your products is out of stock, the truth of the matter is your competitors are probably out of stock as well, the online ones as well, and probably the physical retailers as well. And whereas we all say, hey, you know what? It's a crowded market. It's difficult to be competitive as an e-commerce merchant. Here's one significant advantage that we have as e-commerce retailers, which is that customers won't backorder a product at a physical store location, but they will on the web. You need your backorder processes to be working, and you need to make sure that you're able to take those back orders. But don't dismiss it just because some products you aren't able to backorder certain products. If you do have a set of products that can be backordered, promote the hell out of them when you know you're out of stock and you know everybody else is as well. You'll be able to capture a huge demand because nobody else is going to be selling it. And we talked about the structure. We talked about it kind of a lot of the category, a lot from campaign to ad group to keywords to ads, and the product-specific categories. We're managing a lot of keywords, and it really is it's a different paradigm. We're talking about single digits impressions each day. We're talking about long-tail keywords. We're talking about thousands of keywords in single campaigns. We're talking about hundreds of keywords in each ad group. The truth of the matter is that Google gives you essentially a certain amount of impression exposure or allocation that's relatively proportional to your budget. And what we really want to do is we want to make sure that it's allocated effectively. If you're working with single-digit impressions for almost all of your keywords, and you have one keyword that gets 1,000 impressions a day, that's probably not a campaign that's probably not a keyword that should be sharing the budget of a campaign that's dedicated to this type of product-specific keyword approach. This very targeted, great high conversion, high click-through rate way of marketing. I encourage you to either pause that keyword or put it in a different campaign. We all have those brand and category campaigns. Go ahead and put it in there. Remove it from this campaign. Essentially, we want that budget to be used by as many keywords as possible. We want to get impressions for all of our keywords. 10 impressions for each of our keywords. If we have thousands of keywords, is our goal. And since we're managing with these thousands, these tens of thousands, these hundreds of thousands of keywords, it's really important to really kind of provide clarity in the way that we're going to manage these keywords on an ongoing basis. I encourage you to create simple, understandable rules. Don't be emotional about keywords. All of your keywords are going to be good. All of them are going to be product specific. They're all going to be better than Patagonia jacket. Don't get emotional about them. The keywords that we're talking about, they're single-digit impressions a day. Maybe 100 impressions a day. One of the ways that we like managing it is we essentially give a keyword a chance. We give it, a 200 impression budget for impressions. And if at the end of those 200 impressions we haven't seen 2 clicks on that keyword, we just say, hey, those 200 impressions were a waste. Let's pause this keyword. And since we have so many keywords, we essentially are taking those impressions and we're reallocating them to other keywords. Google isn't going to show up impressions for all of our keywords in our entire campaign. So the example that we use is less than 1% CTR with 200 impressions means that you've gotten less than 2 clicks on this keyword. And whatever rule you're using, make sure that it's statistically significant. It's very difficult to do that with low volume, but just use common sense or use our rule. And we like managing our the entire account for quality score. So the side effect of this rule is that we're pretty much not going to have any keywords in our account that have a less than 1% click-through rate. We just get rid of them. So we get these great click-through rates across the entire campaign, across the entire account. Google rewards you for that higher position, lower cost per click. So it's a great way to make sure that you're managing this volume at a whole by using a simple set of rules. So a lot of what you saw today is, it's not just about product-specific ad groups. It's really about taking it to another level. And I want to introduce you to Merchant Advantage. That's our company. We started off many years ago with an application that helps out with channel management. And what we've done is we've taken kind of our greatest strength there and what really has differentiated us in the industry, which is a real success in product data management. And we've created another piece of software called Keyword Control. And this is all about product-specific advertising with Google AdWords. It's the only tool of its kind. Doing this at scale to easily create keywords, ads, and ad groups for all your products, is a breeze. Very importantly, we are leaders in product data manipulation. Cleaning up your data. We all have data that can be improved. If you're using your product data to create all of these ad groups, if they're on sale, whatever the promotion is, we help you kind of clean up your data, create rules based on your data. And the deep integration of that product data makes Param 1 and Param 2 being updated twice a day based on your product data. It makes it easy. If that product is flip-flopping between being on sale or being qualifying for free shipping and not, we're out there pausing ad groups, enabling ad groups, creating new ad groups for you, getting that out, doing that all for you. And very importantly, as you all know, everybody on this call, AdWords is not something static. It's something that is continually evolving. Your products are going to be changing a lot. You really need a tool that is powerful enough and flexible enough to be able to accept your changes as your campaigns grow forward and really kind of have a long-term platform for success. What I'd like to do right now, and I should have mentioned this at the beginning, is I know that some of the things that we talked about today are controversial. I know that you guys probably have some questions. There is a questions box on the GoToMeeting interface. I encourage you to ask any questions that you have. Right now, if you'd like, here's my email address, smendoza@merchantadvantage.com. Feel free to reach out. You know, if you wanna debate some of these things, let's go. I'd love to learn from you, learn about the kind of approach that you have used to be successful. If you're interested in having this all happen for you magically through our tool, you know, give us a call, learn a little bit more about the software. We've had tremendous success. You know, we work with some of the most amazing companies in the world, both search agencies and retailers. So I encourage you to check out our website, give us a call, you know, see what we have. So let's see. We're just going to be a moment as we gather questions, and we'll be right back if you'd like. So one of the questions that we've received today is about kind of the other options for advertising. You know, we've seen product-specific advertising. You know, product-specific advertising can be successful. You know, of course, with Bing Ad Center as well. We concentrate on AdWords. You probably do too. One of the surprising places that we've seen success with product-specific advertising as well is Display Network. Surprisingly, you know, it might be because there's less competition. It might be because display network advertising is underutilized in general. But the truth of the matter is that this is really just kind of great. This is just best practice. You know, a lot of this is common sense, so it can be applied to other places as well. Another question that we've received is about whether or not product-specific advertising extends to shopping comparison engines, CSEs. Yes, absolutely. The CSEs, you know, they're perfectly designed for this type of advertising, and that's actually where our company started. So if you are interested in CSEs, our channel management tool can really kind of put you forward successfully there. And, you know, I'm sorry I didn't mention this before, but this is going to be a publicly available webinar. We're going to have a link for it. We, as a registered user, as a registered attendee, you're going to receive a link to that. And it looks like that is what we have today for this webinar. Encourage you, you know, reach out if you have any questions. Feel free to contact me directly. If you have questions about the product, you can contact me directly as well, or call our number. You know, our team, we've had our product out for a couple of years now, and everybody here is, you know, able to show you kind of the ropes. Thank you, everyone, and hope you have a wonderful day.